2.5, Commanders -3, Ravens, or Bengals, I should say, plus 2.5, Broncos, Raiders under 35.5. Page versus the Prince are picks on this week 5 in the NFL. So that's what we got for you, Sam. Terry Francona, new manager of the Cincinnati Reds. Wanted to get that in before we say goodbye. Terry Francona apparently not ready to hang it up just yet. He's going to do it for us. Thank you to Dennis Bernstein. Thank you, Tino Patino. Thanks to you, Sam Yarnell. Enjoy the weekend. And all the football is to come. Baseball playoffs, too. We'll see you back here on Monday for more Sports Wrap.
That moment when people have outgrown their home and start looking for a new one. Each home is appraised to determine its market value, but one couple gets a low appraisal and cannot upgrade to a bigger house. Studies show that homes in Black and Latino neighborhoods are often appraised at less than fair market value. These unfair appraisals leave Black and Latino families stuck in place. If you believe your home has been unfairly appraised because of race or national origin, that could violate the Fair Housing Act. Contact HUD or your local Fair Housing Center. Go to hud.gov/fairhousing. That's hud.gov/fairhousing. Everyone has a right to fair housing. A public service message from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Friday, October 4th. Good evening. I'm Chris Palermo. Here's what's happening. Earlier this week, a Las Vegas jury convicted Justice of the Peace Michelle Fiore of all wire fraud charges. Here's what News 25 knows so far.
A Las Vegas jury convicted prompt Justice of the Peace Michelle Fiore guilty on all counts of federal wire fraud on October 3rd. The week-long trial in U.S. District Court in Nevada began last week. Fiore is set to be sentenced on January 6, 2025. Fiore is facing 6 counts of wire fraud and 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Each count carries a potential penalty of up to 20 years in prison. She remains out of custody as prosecutors chose not to request her detention after the verdict. Instead, they indicated they will be seeking electronic monitoring. Fiore was suspended from her recently elected position in July, reportedly without pay. Fiore's attorney, Michael Samt, reported that he plans to file an appeal. When leaving the courthouse yesterday, Fiore and Samt spoke to the press regarding the verdict.
We respect the jury's decision. Obviously, they've sat through almost 2 weeks of testimony and evidence in this case. We don't necessarily agree with their decision. Ms. Fiore will be pursuing every legal remedy and option that she has at this particular point, but we would have to wait until after the judgment is finalized and she is sentenced as of January 6th.
Can you comment on how fast they reach the verdict?
Typically, when people are that fast, they've already made up their minds even before the closing argument, so it had to have been some type of testimony that occurred in the middle of the trial that caused majority of them say, oh, that's all we needed. And then, like everything else, you just sort of zone out until the end.
Does she want to say anything?
No.
You know, I'd rather not, because we're still in it. We're still in the thick of things. And my attorney is going to hopefully, apprise you of a lot of situations that you're unaware. You were aware yesterday that I wanted to say a few things to the judge, and I wasn't allowed to. These things are very important. And they're very important. Because it's information that the jury didn't have.
More news now. An officer-involved shooting occurred today in Las Vegas. Las Vegas Metro Captain McKenzie briefs the public on this investigation.
I'm here to provide the preliminary details of an officer-involved shooting which occurred today, October 4th, 2024, at approximately 9:58 a.m. in the 200 block of East Tropicana Avenue. LVMP dispatch received a call referencing a male and female refusing to leave the business. The person reporting described the male as going behind the counter and threatening employees. Dispatch was updated that the subject was last seen in the parking lot of the business. Upon arrival, officers located two subjects matching the description, and the male appeared to be agitated and armed with a knife in his hand. The male then charged at one officer, causing him to discharge his duty weapon. The male suspect then redirected his attention towards the second officer, then charged at him full speed, still armed with the knife, which caused him to discharge his duty weapon as he backpedaled and fell to the ground. Another volley of fire from the officers occurred, causing the male subject to flee and fall to the ground. Additional officers arrived on scene, taking the suspect into custody, at which point medical attention was provided. The suspect was transported to UMC. Unfortunately, he was pronounced deceased. Again, all officers are safe and all citizens are safe. No other subjects were injured during this incident. Thank you.
And it has been recently announced that Valley Electric Association will be having a new CEO effective in December. News 25 has more.
The Valley Electric Board of Directors has appointed Robbie Hamlin as the new CEO of the cooperative effective December 9th. Hamlin brings over 30 years of experience in the electric utility industry, having led leadership positions at several utilities, including Alcorn Cooperative in Mississippi, CoServe Electric Cooperative in Texas, and most recently as general manager of a power district in California. Hamlin, who previously lived in Pahrump from 2002 to 2009, has emphasized his commitment to the community and the values that resonate in rural life, saying that "I believe that our employees and the communities we serve are extremely important," highlighting his open door policy and focusing on members' needs. He will work alongside the current CEO, Mark Stallings, during the transition. Stallings led the cooperative successfully over the past 5 years, and the board believes Hamlin's extensive experience in the industry will be instrumental in navigating future challenges. The board has expressed gratitude to Stallings for his leadership, noting that his vision and dedication have transformed the cooperative. Board President Michelle Card goes on to say, "Thank you, Mark, for your remarkable contributions and leaving a lasting impression for our co-op."
Well, in sports, it's do or die time for the Las Vegas Aces, and Mikey will tell you more now.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Las Vegas Aces are on the brink of elimination this evening as they welcome the New York Liberty for Game 3. Vegas Golden Knights dropped one last night against the Colorado Avalanche. More preseason action coming up. They're playing the San Jose Sharks tomorrow evening. Pahrump Valley Trojan football will be taking on Democracy Prep on Saturday, and that's homecoming. The Raiders are off to the Mile High City. They play the Denver Broncos in Denver on Sunday. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thank you very much, Mikey. More local stories coming up. You're watching News 25.
Henderson Hot Rod Days begins tonight in downtown Henderson. It's free to spectators of all ages. Hundreds of classic, muscle, and custom cars, live entertainment, and more. Henderson Hot Rod Days starts tonight in downtown Henderson.
I hate car shopping. I don't like dealing with all the rude salespeople.
We get it. Greg here with the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza. Have you noticed that prices have skyrocketed and the level of service has tanked? Whatever it is we're shopping for, so have we. If you're shopping for your next vehicle, try the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza. Visit us on PahrumPCars.com to shop from a great selection of new Chevrolet and GMCs, plus hundreds of quality pre-owned vehicles.
Wow, the Auto Plaza makes it easy.
August was born 3 pounds, 9.8 ounces. When I first saw him, it was like a whole range of emotions, joy, sadness. There's gonna be obstacles. You're gonna feel like, why is it happening to me? And you're gonna realize you're not the only one. There's no perfect way. Your own way will be the perfect way. You're gonna protect it with all your might. Just seeing him happy, it's just joy, you know? I look through his eyes, I can envision like a whole future with him already. To throw the first football to him, give him ice cream for the first time. Oh man, he can smile now. I'm happy because he's advancing in life, you know, he's growing. Being a young dad, it's not giving up, it's shifting. My life is now devoted to his life.
My 15-year-old son, Ethan, and I had a fun and relaxing morning. We returned home, and Ethan walked to his best friend's house an hour later. I heard the ambulance scream by the street, carrying my beautiful boy. Ethan was shot in the head in his best friend's house with an unsecured gun. He had 0 chance of survival. The father, the gun owner, he stored his 3 guns and bullets in a shoebox.
How do you feel?
That has to be the most horrific experience that a human could ever have.
David, would you give any advice?
First thing you do is not keep your ammunition with your weapons, and that your weapons need to be locked at all times.
In a wreck, need a check.
In a wreck,
need a check.
In a wreck, need a check.
Hurt in a wreck and need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo on this Friday. Fire Prevention Week is next week. News 25 caught up with a few of Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue's firefighters to find out all the details.
Hi, I'm Jennifer with the Pahrump Fire Department.
Hi, I'm Captain Kevin Klickner with Pahrump Fire.
We're here just to talk to you guys a little bit about Fire Prevention Week, which starts next week. It's October 6th through the 12th. This week's fire prevention message is smoke alarms, make them work for you.
The big thing about smoke alarms is making sure that you test them on a regular basis. Change the batteries at least twice a year. We always recommend that when there's a time change, you change the batteries on them. That way you have a set date and time that you do them. Also, manufacturer's recommendation, there's usually a born-on date or an expiration date on them. They recommend that they're good for 10 years and be replaced thereafter.
We're getting ready this next week to be talking to all the kids at the school. This year, Pahrump Fire has a brand new trailer that was donated to us from the city of Las Vegas. We'll be bringing that to the school to talk to the kids, do a little fire presentation with them. The trailer does give us the ability to be able to show how smoke banks in the trailer, so we're going to be hopefully taking the kids through and showing them that, as well as having a firefighter dress out in full SCBA so that the kids can see and hear, and then give our fire prevention messages to the kids.
Another good topic on Fire Prevention Month is having an escape plan or a meeting point outside your house. We always teach them to get with the parents and have a set plan that if the smoke alarm or smoke detectors go off, you have an escape route. You talk about staying low out of the smoke and going outside and meeting at a set point so we can verify that everybody is out of the house and accounted for.
And lastly, we just want to talk to everybody about the burn season is getting ready to open. November 1st will be the first day of opening burn season. If anybody needs to get any burn permits are available. You can go online, www.pahrumpnv.gov, go to the fire department page, or you're more than welcome to stop in the station across the street from Home Depot and pick up the application paperwork. Once a permit's issued, it's good for as long as you own the property. There are rules that come with it. You'll be given a copy of the rules, but November 1st will be the very first day for burn season to open.
Well, it's that time of the week when our News 25 Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers joins us with the latest in military news across southern Nevada.
Clark County is proudly home to one of the most powerful places on the planet in the form of Nellis Air Force Base. In an explosive twist, the military installation hosts Specialty Swap, where U.S. airmen have the opportunity to flip out job roles for a day. Now let's hear from U.S. Airman First Class Christopher Duran and Staff Sergeant Stephen Miller about their journeys from combat training to the law and the reverse.
Today we'll be going through a few things. We'll be going through a 15 and drafting a punishment up for a member. After that, we'll be going through a will and getting a military member his will set up for deploys. All right, so today we'll be executing a will for David. And so you'll read from I to XI.
The U.S. Air Force offers more than 200 different career paths.
Do you, David, declare in the presence of Flores, you, and Duran that this document before you is your will? And then at the end, we'll get dressed up in our blues and then we'll go out to the courtroom and we'll prefer charges on some members.
Technical Sergeant Soto, you can go ahead and have a seat. We're just going to review some of your rights associated with this block.
Sectors range from flight and aviation to science and technology.
What's up, man? Ready to spend the day as Tech B? Absolutely. Let's go. All right, so here's our simulator. We're going to conduct that mission that we just talked about in the pre-brief. We're static on this fob, and we're going to neutralize any enemies that may come from the south. We're going to be established at Fob Freedom in a watchtower. We have a key leader engagement going on with Alpha Company at a sports stadium to the east. Our mission is going to be to neutralize any enemy that encroach on that fob.
Nellis's workforce holds approximately 14,000 military and civilians, reigning as one of the largest single employers here in southern Nevada.
A1C Duran, today we're out at the Nevada Test and Training Range. We're at Gotham City, where we're going to execute some dry, close air support training with some F-16s and an M59. Got it? So we'll pretty much establish where we're going to be for this training portion. So now we're going to go ahead and start picking out some targets. That way we can build our targeting data to build our 9-line to pass the aircraft in order to strike. Big one is you guys, help out with wills and stuff like that, which for us can be key when we go out the door for a deployment or even just, training. Some of the stuff we do can be dangerous. So just having that peace of mind that everything's taken care of if something were to happen. Definitely making sure that the people there are who you want watching your back. And so I think that when we do our administrative process in regards to maybe some unsavory individuals, we're removing them from groups that we wouldn't want there.
On behalf of everyone here at KPVM Television, thank you so much for your service. For News 25 Las Vegas, I'm Maria Centers.
Thank you very much, Maria. We look forward to those stories every week. And here is Mikey Ruhan giving all the details about a special event that will be held at Great Basin College this weekend.
Hello, I'm Mikey Ruhan. You may recognize me from such segments as sports and classic country breakfast. I just wanted to let you know I'll be out at Old West Weekend at Great Basin College tomorrow from 2 to 6. I start at 3. I'll be performing some music, some originals, some covers from the 80s and 90s. Why don't you come on out and join me? Also, they'll have a vendor fair, trick-or-treating for the kiddos, so you're highly encouraged to wear some costumes. There's going to be some food and music by me. So come on out and join me. 2 to 6, I start performing at 3 at Great Basin College for Old West Weekend.
Coming up, find out how you can get on board the Trump train right here in town. Coming up this weekend. You're watching News 25.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. We've been honored to be recognized by Best of Las Vegas and receive the Best Attorney in Pahrump for the past 4 years running. Awards are great, but helping clients get the money they deserve is why we're in business. After you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important not to listen to the insurance companies. Give us a call today, 775-727-9900. With offices in Pahrump, Southwest Vegas, and Summerlin, our team is here ready to fight for you for the money you're entitled to. So give us a call today.
At Saida Trudeau, we have a commitment to integrity. We treat you like a neighbor, not a number. We want to earn your friendship, trust, and business for life.
We strive to offer the most competitive pricing, consistently checking nationwide to ensure the best prices.
Life gets busy. Don't add to your stress. Whether you need sales, service, or auto body repair, we're conveniently just minutes away. You can even make an appointment online.
Buying at Saida Trudeau keeps your tax money local for roads, schools, and emergency services. Not to mention, you'll pay a lower sales tax here in Nye County.
We have Nye County's largest inventory and access to thousands more. If we don't have the car, truck, or SUV you're looking for, we will find it for you.
We service all makes and models. Our mechanics are Chrysler and ASE certified, giving you confidence and peace of mind.
Saida Trudeau is the only locally veteran-owned and operated franchise dealership in Nye County. We are proud to call Pahrump home. Come visit us in person or give us a call at 775-455-3435.
Find us online at SaidaTrudeau.com and like us on Facebook.
My 15-year-old son, Ethan, and I had a fun and relaxing morning. We returned home, and Ethan walked to his best friend's house an hour later. I heard the ambulance scream by the street, carrying my beautiful boy. Ethan was shot in the head in his best friend's house with an unsecured gun. He had zero chance of survival. The father, the gun owner, he stored his 3 guns and bullets in a shoebox.
How do you feel?
That has to be the most horrific experience that a human could ever have.
David, would you give any advice?
First thing you do is not keep your ammunition with your weapons, and that your weapons need to be locked at all times.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. There will be an America's First rally this weekend here in Pahrump, and News 25 spoke with the people who put on this event.
Calling all patriots, we the people. America First Rally will be held this Saturday, coming up October 5th, between 10 a.m. and noon on Highway 160 and 372 right here in Pahrump, Nevada. Stand with us to regain sanity to our out-of-control government and elect Donald J. Trump as our 47th president. Guest speakers include John Lee, nominee for U.S. House of Representatives, District 4, John Ellison, our new Nevada State Senator, District 19. Here in studio with us today is none other than John Lee, the mayor that saved North Las Vegas from financial ruin. He has been endorsed by Donald J. Trump, our House Speaker Mike Johnson, and our Nevada Governor Joe Lombardo.
Hello, I'm John Lee. Meet me at the rally this Saturday, October 5th. I support the Constitution and the conservative values that you share. The Bill of Rights, including the First and Second Amendment, which is under attack. I have a proven track record of being physically responsible over 30 years as a businessman running my own business. I am well equipped to tackle the out-of-control spending and craziness that we are experiencing in our government today. I will truly be the people's representative for Nevada and for all the U.S. House of Representatives by listening and making myself available to my constituents.
Have you received your ballot yet in the mail? If not, we have an assistant table at our rally and several individuals that will help you check your vote, register you, and other things that need to be done. Voting starts, remember, October 19th, 2024. It is imperative that we vote early this cycle.
Hello, Miss Liberty here, reminding you to join us this coming Saturday, October the 5th, at the American First Rally. The rally is from 10 to 12 on Highway 160 and 372, where they meet. God bless America, and God bless Donald J. Trump.
And here's Mikey again to tell us what's cooking this Sunday morning on Classic Country Breakfast on Ace Country Radio and streaming on Channel 25.8 and now on the new Ace Country Radio app.
Howdy. When I'm out bull riding and preparing for another rodeo, I like to listen to the Ace Country Radio app. You can too. Download it today. It's free. On the menu this week on Classic Country Breakfast, born on September 30th, Marty Stewart. We'll celebrate him. Born on October 5th, Johnny Junkin will pay tribute to him. On September 28th, the world lost Chris Christopherson will pay tribute to him. We'll hear the new Dwight Yoakam song. In the Not an Oldie But a Goodie segment, Will Wesley calls the show to tell the story behind his new song, 12 O'Clock in Texas. Also, the Queen of Bluegrass, Rhonda Vincent, calls the show to talk about her new album, Destinations and Fun Places. She also talks about her friendship with Dolly Parton.
So 2005, I had a life-threatening illness. And I did not expect to be talking to you. And when I come out of the hospital, I got home and Dolly Parton is standing in my living room. She said, I had to come and make sure you were okay myself. So that's what a dear friend that she is.
Classic Country Breakfast this Sunday morning at 8 on Ace Country Radio, streaming at Channel 25.8 and on the new Ace Country Radio app.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
This is the Lerner and Rowe Weather Cam. Beautiful pictures as usual outside the studios here in Pahrump. Now, we were having a conversation in the newsroom with our news director, Miss Roselle. She's looking forward to the 80-degree temperatures next week. Stick around, it's possible.
I hate car shopping. I don't like dealing with all the rude salespeople.
We get it. Greg here with the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza. Have you noticed that prices have skyrocketed and the level of service has tanked? Whatever it is we're shopping for, so have we. If you're shopping for your next vehicle, try the Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza. Visit us on PahrumpCars.com to shop from a great selection of new Chevrolet and GMCs, plus hundreds of quality pre-owned vehicles.
Wow, the Auto Plaza makes it easy.
Ace Country.
Rise and shine. Tune in Sunday mornings at 8 for the Classic Country Breakfast with me, Mikey. I'll be playing a whole hour of all the classics. From Willie. On the road again. To Johnny.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
To Patsy.
Crazy.
To Dolly.
Jolene, Jolene.
All the classic country music to start your Sunday morning. You bring the hash browns, and I'll bring the Hank.
Change can be scary, as if your life's been turned upside down. But it comes with growth and a sense of freedom, much like the openness of the American road. We always arrive where we are meant to be, riding on the shoulders of those before us and preserving the core values that led us on our journey. Join Touchstone Energy Cooperatives in celebrating the power of human connections.
Oh, Happy Bread French Bakery and Cafe. Now serving breakfast all day, including our delicious crepe, waffles, omelettes, and more. For lunch, our deli sandwiches are the best in town, featuring high-quality meats and cheeses and made on our wonderful French breads baked here every day. Come enjoy our little corner of France in the desert and enjoy a conversation over an espresso, just like the street cafes of Paris. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 days a week. Merci.
Good evening, Nevada. I'm Kaylee Bentler in the News 25 Weather Studios. With some regional weather to start with, let's check it out. Up in Fernley, 87, Fallon, 90, Carson City, 84, Tonopah, 83, Goldfield, 85, Beatty at 97, Amargosa, 102, Las Vegas, 103, and Death Valley at 112. But in the paradise of Pahrump, we're currently at 99 degrees, and we got some scattered clouds. We saw a high of 101, winds in the west-southwest, 8 miles per hour, humidity 9%, and the sun rose at 6:42, but will set this evening at 6:22. Expect humidity at 17%, winds east-northeast 6 miles per hour, with a low of 67, and those clouds are hanging around. But let's take a look at the rest of the week. It's a mixed bag. There's a lot going on here. Over the weekend, we're seeing sunshine, and looks like the last of those 100-degree days, because towards Monday, starting a cooling trend and scattered clouds. But on Wednesday, sun comes back out just to tell us who's boss. We're seeing 99, 97, 98, so it's slowly getting down throughout the week. But on Friday, look at that, 93 degrees. Clouds in there as well, just to break up any remaining heat. And that's your look at the weather. Back to the desk. Here's Chris.
Thank you very much, Kaylee. Well, the National Weather Service says we could break those heat records this weekend. You know the deal. Stay hydrated and, well, stay cool. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight. News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Make it a great weekend.
After I had my accident, people told me I needed to slow down. I told them, I don't know how. I'm not only doing the things I used to do,